Kill confirmed.
Tango down.
Leads ours. Stay on task.
Heads up.
Check your fire! Heads down! Sniper! Scout pulse ready. EMP low.
Anderson authorizing skewer.
Hey! That shit ends now! Killer ready to move.
All right, I can do this.
bomber striking my AO.
Skewer incoming.
Okie dokie.
Hostiles released a skewer.
Major tool, one for you.
I can do this.
Skewer incoming.
Shooter! Drone pod threat.
Okie dokie. Jacko, release skewer on mission.
Enemy EMP grenade.
Got the kill right where we want him. Keep it tight.
Hostile left side. Check your fire.
Hostiles released a skewer. And I'm in their system. That's Curtain's Black Ops.
I told you it was in the bag.
My name is Lucy. What the fuck?
Secure the objective. The field took the hard point. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint located.
Grenade going out.
Contesting hardpoint.
Somebody go get that hoe.
Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint contested.
Grenade, get down. Enemy with Simtex.
Contesting hardpoint. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Hey,
Enemy UAV detected. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint identified. Contesting hardpoint. Got the hardpoint. Hardpoint active.
Hostile cluster inbound.
Aguinaldo calling in a CUAV.
Hardpoint contested. Hostile UAV established above. Contesting hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. The guild took the hardpoint. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint located.
hey, stop.
Ruck up, you're headed to the war zone.
Target down!
Enemy soldier
Changing
incoming.
max!
Prep time's over. Now you deploy to the war zone. Resurgence. Survive the timer to secure redeployment. Earn points to speed up the countdown. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Enemy dropping into the AR.
I'm reloading!
LDPR salvo ready for launch.
FFE, danger close. Over.
Heads up. An enemy squad marks you as a bounty target.
Target grid empty. Negative BDA.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Gas is closing in. The enemy squad hunting you is down. You
Taking effective fire! I'm hit! Back in the fight!
Back on station. Go get after it. 25 left. Stay sharp out there. Friendly loadout drops on the way. Enemy dropping into the AR. Your objective is simple. Eliminate all bounty targets. Gas is inbound. Enemy soldier incoming.
I'm back on
Returning you
station!
to the front. Earn this. You were 1 of 25 remaining. Valiant effort. Keep your head up and return to base for debrief.
Good to go! Switching mags!
You've made it to the top 10.
Fire!
Resurgence is about to end. Make it count.
Changing mags!
Be advised, Resurgence is no longer active. This is for keeps. You're in the top 3. Don't let up now. You're losing ground. Move it.
Requesting UAV overflight. Marking probable demise zone.
Only 2 left.
Loading new mag. Requesting close air support. Enemy with Semtex.
So this is coming from somebody that had a great amount of jobs before I started making content. I mean, well, actually, I remember having jobs, multiple jobs, while I was making content. Like, man, every day that I went to work, all I could think about was, I forgot I even had this on. I'm not even gonna lie. All I could think about was being a YouTuber and all that. But listen, Pete, you need thick skin to work in customer service, bro, or retail, fast food, all that, man, because I don't know why customers are so blatantly ignorant. And they don't care that they're ignorant either. Like, they know that they don't know how shit works and they don't care. They're having a bad day and they want you to fix it. You know what I'm saying? For example, pretend I'm a customer, right? I come up to the cashier, I'm like, hey, I want this PlayStation controller that's $70, but I don't have $70. And then they look at you like, fuck you want me to do about it? You know what I'm saying? So you, as the cashier, you would be like, and you would have to say it in the most respectful manner. It's like, you can't tell them like, okay, well, I don't know what the fuck you want me to do about it. You can't say that because you're at that job because you need to pay your fucking bills. You know what I'm saying? This is just for adults, man. If you a little nigga or some shit, you might as well just click off the video. This is for adults that been through shit, that been through these fucking jobs, that had to deal with these stupid ass customers, these annoying ass managers and shit. Listen, I'm already knowing, bro. Oh God, I'm already knowing. I cannot stand it when I see comments telling me that, oh, it must be nice to have your job. All you gotta do is sit in a chair and talk shit and get on your other channel and make skits and shit. Like, dude, if you had any idea how many years it took of not making $1 off my content, only doing it for the passion, and doing all this shit myself with no help, bro, and all these jobs and racist fucking managers and customers I had to deal with before I got here, bro, like, man, niggas wonder why the fuck I'm always so irritated. But listen, Pete, you as the cashier, you gotta keep your composure, right? Because you don't want to get fired, but you already having a fucked up day. You've been dealing with customers all day, and there's one dickhead that comes up to you like, hey, I want this controller, and it's $70, but I don't got $70. You're like, how can I come up with a response that is as polite as possible that won't make me lose my job? So you got to be like, well, ma'am, unfortunately, I don't know how we're going to make this transaction because, I mean, respectfully, the controller is $70, and if you don't have $70, then I don't know what to tell you. That I don't know what to tell you is probably going to set them off, though, so I don't know, man. But then I'll be like, well, I only got $50. Then you're like, bitch, what you want me to do, my nigga? Like, man, you ever heard somebody say, I don't make the prices? They being for real, y'all. Y'all gotta stop being, I'm not saying y'all specifically, but just humans in general need to stop being such assholes to people that work 9 to 5s, to people that work regular jobs, and people that work in customer service, retail, fast food, all that shit where you gotta deal with customers and shit. Like, people need to stop being such assholes to them, bro. Even if you haven't fucked up, they be nice. Unless, that's why I made that video about fast food workers, bro. Unless they already having a fucked up day and they got an attitude with your ass, you as the customer still shouldn't even have an attitude until you get your food, bro, because they can do some shit to your food. You get your food and then you can, say what you want because you can drive off at that fucking point. You feel what I'm saying? But like, you still gotta listen. In this life, you have to kiss some ass. That's what you gotta. As an adult, if you're an adult, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not saying like all y'all gotta be dick eaters or anything, but bro, you gotta kiss a little bit of ass in this life if you want to like progress. You know what I'm saying? Because if you just go around and you just like, oh, ain't nobody doing this shit to me. Man, listen. You gotta kiss ass until somebody puts their hands on you. Then if they put their hands on you. You know what I'm saying? At that point, now the tables is turned. But anyways, so you telling them like, we can't make this transaction. You know what they say? Well, I'm gonna have to ask to speak to your manager. Bitch, oh my God. What do? You gotta go get the manager. And the manager tells the fucking bitch the exact same shit that you just told. Now they want to file a complaint and call corporate. Like, oh man. Or I dealt with that shit when I worked at a cashier. Oh my God. I dealt with that shit working at multiple fast food restaurants, working at the cashier. I dealt with that shit working at a grocery store, right? So I was working stocking. I was at a Kroger and I was working like stocking the shelves and shit. And then at the end of my shift, I would bag. So here I am stocking the shelves. You got this big ass apron on that says Kroger. So of course, that's like a magnet for everybody in the grocery store that has stupid ass questions to ask you. Right? A bitch comes up to you, they're like, where's the juice? That's not a stupid question, okay? Let me cook. You're like, okay, the juice is in aisle 24. Then they tell you, okay, well, I checked aisle 24, there's no juice over there. Okay, well, we don't have it. Guess what they ask? Anybody that works in a grocery store is already going to know the answer to this question. What are they going to ask? Oh, can you check in the back? Countless times, I have went to the back and I hit my fucking weed pen just trying to keep myself from losing my motherfucking job, bro, because I'm already having a fucked up day, bro. I already don't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? Already got life shit going on, and then I got to go to work and deal with this? Oh. Nigga, when I worked at FedEx, bro. Before I get into that, I went to the back, smacked my pen, chilled a couple times. I know you're not supposed to do that, but suck my fucking dick, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that shit was hell, man. Come back out there, nah, I ain't even in the back. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to ask to speak to your manager. Jesus Christ. Well, forgive me, God. I gotta stop using God's name in vain. But I remember when I worked at FedEx, bro. I remember I had to drive 35 minutes to work like every single day. I know there's people that got to drive like an hour to work or something, but I'm just saying that's a good amount of time for like the average person. You know what I'm saying? So I had to drive 35 minutes to work, and it was like it wasn't during rush hour traffic, but it was during like the time that everybody else is getting up for work. You feel me? I worked the average shift. I literally worked a 9 to 5. But I had to get up at like 8 o'clock in the morning so I could, get up, get ready, shower, get my shit together, just quick bird bath. You just knocked all that shit out so I could be out of the crib by like 8:20. Not even 8. I think I had to wake up at like 7:45 or something. I forgot. That was in like 2021. I forgot. But so out the crib by 8:20, drive 35 minutes to work. Keep in mind, at this time, nigga, I'm going through shit. Like, nigga, my car got like 230,000 miles on it. I only bought it for $800 and something because nobody else wanted to help me get a fucking car. So I had to fucking work this job and get these paychecks just to finally get myself some wheels so I can stop asking people for rides to work, because every time you want to ask somebody for a ride to work, they think they own you or some shit. I don't know. Like, you got to do it on their time. Like, nigga, I got to go to work. Okay, well, I don't feel like getting up yet. You're going to have to give me 10 minutes. I'm going to be late. Okay, well, so? I was tired of that shit. I was tired of paying, I was tired of paying fucking, somebody charged me money every time they took me to work. I was tired of that shit. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm going to get my own fucking whip. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was barely 19. I didn't care, though. You know what I'm saying? Got my license, and immediately bought that shitty ass whip. But it lasted me a year and a half though, because I kept it together. I kept that oil change, all that shit. Feel me? So drive 35 minutes to work. Oh yeah, I wasn't even about to get into. That's a different story. I just wanted to tell y'all, nigga, I would wake up for work and I would sit at the edge of my bed. Sometimes I'll have to even take a shot real quick. I'll have to take a shot or a hit of my joint or something, just so I could just like, man. I might sound like a bitch, but nigga, sometimes I'll have tears in my eyes, bro. I did not want to go to work. I did not want to go to work. All I did was want to be a YouTuber, bro, for years. I would just go to work. And I would fuck up being at work because I'm thinking of like content ideas and like shit that I could do to get me out of work. Like that's all I thought about every day for years at work was just how the fuck am I gonna be a YouTuber, bro? Because I cannot stand this shit. All I want to do. I works a 9 to 5. Listen, I had 8 jobs, bro. I can name every single last one of those motherfuckers if you want. Matter of fact, let's do it. You might not even count one of these as a job, so it might be 7. But I worked at Taco Bell, I worked at Abercrombie and Fitch, I worked at a grocery store, I worked at Raising Cane's, I worked at this Mediterranean restaurant for a few weeks when I was 15. That was my first job. That shit was ass. I worked at this pizza place, got fired the same motherfucking day because this nigga, he had anger issues, and I washed my hands in the wrong sink. He was talking to me so crazy, bro. Everybody in there wanted to smack the shit out of me. You feel me? I'm only fucking 16 years old at the time. I already had 2 jobs. But, bro, worked at that place, worked at this cleaning job, and then I worked at DoorDash. And FedEx. Wait, the cleaning job was Abercrombie and Fitch. So, yeah, and then FedEx. Oh, my goodness, bro. Like, and a good majority of those jobs, you got to deal with customers, man. And they just always ask the dumbest shit. So, listen, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed today because I had some dental work that I needed to get done. And why the fuck they was doing my tooth. And listen, I'm just venting because I woke up pissed off. I'm not even going to lie, bro. So, excuse me if I'm, taking up y'all's time or some shit, but I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I ain't going to lie. Woke up to a big fat ass bill. Dentist working on my tooth, right? She like, okay, we're almost finished with this one, but we need to do a little adjustment on this one. Is that fine? I'm like, yeah, I don't care. She didn't tell me that she was gonna charge me double. Like, she didn't tell me that she was gonna charge me like the same price that she was working on this tooth on the other one. I thought it was just like a tiny adjustment because you just needed to get that out the way so you can continue working on the first tooth. No, got charged double the price. Oh my God. So I wake up, already stressed the fuck out because it's tax season, entrepreneurs and shit. Nigga, we gotta fucking pay our own goddamn, we don't get we gotta pay taxes because the IRS sees us as self-employment, like, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta pay a whole bunch of fucking cheese and taxes every time it's tax season. So I'm already stressed out about that shit. Then I get hit with a fat ass bill that I didn't even know I was gonna get charged for. Oh my God. So yeah, I had to wake up and get this shit off my chest because, oh man, that just ruined it. But anyways, if you guys are interested in being my stream, y'all can follow me on Twitch, join the Discord so you can get notifications on every time I post a video, go live, etc. And then if you guys are interested in my guitar content, it is the Mental Haze on Instagram, TheMentalHaze.